WCBI News at 6 starts now.
Good evening and thanks for joining us. An Oxford woman is in jail charged in connection with the death of her own child.
31-year-old Stephanie Henry is charged with manslaughter, culpable negligence. Her bond was set at $250,000. Her baby was found unresponsive Sunday when Oxford police were called to a home on Frontage Road. Officers performed CPR on the infant until an EMS crew was able to get there. The baby was pronounced dead at the hospital later. The investigation into the infant's death continues.
New at 6, controversy tonight in West Point after a dog is shot by an animal control officer. We spoke with that animal control officer on the phone who says he did shoot the dog this morning in the Highland Park subdivision. That subdivision is near the high school. Many people are taking to Facebook calling the officer's actions unnecessary. Just last week, the officer says the pit mix was aggressive, chased a kid onto the high school campus and knocked over a pregnant woman. According to a city ordinance, dogs are not allowed to run at large, and pit bull mixes are also banned in the city limits of West Point. Police Chief Avery Cook says he has not received a complaint from the dog's owner.
2 people are injured after a man runs from a Lowndes County checkpoint. Deputies were conducting the checkpoint on Highway 50 and Tabernacle Road Saturday morning. A 39-year-old man, Columbus man, fled after deputies asked him to pull over to the side of the road. His run was cut short after he lost control of his car and hit 2 trees on Mill Road. The driver was airlifted to North Mississippi Medical Center in Tupelo. A passenger was taken to Baptist Golden Triangle. Their conditions this evening are unknown. Deputies are still investigating the incident.
2 drivers in 1 car leads to a flipped vehicle and 1 person injured in Louisville. The accident happened on North Columbus Avenue. Louisville police say the male driver was looking for something in the car when the female passenger saw something in the road and grabbed the steering wheel. The car left the road and overturned in a ditch. Officers say the driver had non-life-threatening injuries. The passenger was not injured. Louisville police are investigating that crash.
Meanwhile, the National Transportation Safety Board has released its preliminary report into an April 13th plane crash in Union County that killed 3 Mississippi residents. Pilot Tommy Nix, his wife Merlene Nix, and co-pilot Jared Holloway all died in that crash. The NTSB says the jet left the Oxford University Airport at 3:01. 5 minutes later, the pilot radioed they were experiencing heavy rain. The tower told the pilot to expect heavy rain and attempt to climb to 11,000 feet. Around 3:12, air traffic control contacted the flight to find out why they were drifting off the planned flight path. The pilot reported AC voltage problems. 90 seconds later, the plane disappeared from radar. The wreckage was discovered that night, spread across a heavily wooded area of Union County.
Weekend fire closes a beloved Columbus restaurant at least for the next 3 months, leaving many in shock.
Zachary's is a fixture in downtown Columbus and known for helping the community. Now the tables have turned. Our Jory Talley joins us live with more on the community's help.
That's right, Zachary's and fundraisers go hand in hand. The restaurant holds 4 to 6 a year. They've helped raise money for families, the Humane Society, and even other businesses. Now, the place that's known for giving back to the community is in need of their support.
We've had so many people stop by and ask just what can we do? What can we do to help you? My phone hasn't stopped ringing.
We have people passing by bringing us milkshakes and different stuff like that. And it's the weirdest thing because like we're the ones that go and do that. We're the people that load up the car and take whatever we need to take to, whether it be to families or to restaurants or to local businesses that need help. We're the ones that do that. So for that to happen back to us, we don't know how to react.
Just hours after an early Sunday morning fire heavily damaged the inside of Zachary's restaurant, support from the community it's known for helping started pouring in.
I know there's a GoFund account. We've had some other people make some donations, so we're doing whatever we can to keep the employees because we know when we open back up, it's going to be crazy. And we want to have the people here to we want to have our staff here. We want to have the people spend with us to take care of the people when they do come back in 3 months.
Katie Newman is one of about 45 employees who is now without a job. She's worked here for 2 years and has been a part of the many fundraisers the restaurant is known for.
At the end of the day, I know I'm going to be okay. I know that there's people that love and support me, and I really have felt that the past couple days. Just from the "Are you okay?" text messages to the friends texting me saying, "Hey, come up here and fill out an application." Like, they know that you're going to go back to Zachary's. Just give them a 2 weeks notice. That's all they ask.
Instead of Newman and other employees serving up lunch on Monday, they were busy scrubbing soot and moving things out of their fire-damaged work home.
A lot of them are coming up here helping out today. They were up here yesterday. They're cleaning. They're doing whatever they can, taking memorabilia off the wall, cleaning the memorabilia, trying to keep it. They're coming in, joining in, knowing we have no income coming in. We have no income coming in for the next 3 months. And so that's where the money is going to.
The employees who are now without jobs are also the same ones who are wiping smoke and ash off of Zachary's well-known memorabilia, which includes memories from all of the charity events the restaurant has held.
They support us, and we feel like we should support them when someone needs something. It first started with Hayden when he passed away a couple years ago. We jumped on board and did a fundraiser, and then we realized, hey, we can do something special for people with the venue we have. We've been very fortunate to have a place like this.
Zachary's 19th anniversary will be on May 9th, and I also just found out about 10 minutes ago that there will be a benefit event for Zachary's employees on May 18th at the Trotter Convention Center from 1 to 7. This is being put on by the public, going back to that community support. And in other news as well, we talked to, not only is the community rallying around Zachary, some of its former employees and their families are also reaching out. Tammy Miles has known Zachary's owner, Doug Pelham, for years. Their children have grown up together and their families have remained close friends. Miles' daughters even used to work here and back then for Pelham at the restaurant. Today, Miles had planned on eating at Zachary's for her birthday lunch, but instead she went there clean. She says it broke her heart for her friend when she heard about the fire.
Just what he's going to be living through the next few months, trying to get back to work, and how he's going to pay his bills and get by.
Zachary says many former employees have been calling and asking to help the restaurant in whatever way they can. Reporting live here from Zachary's here in Columbus and downtown, Jory Talley, WCBI News.
All right, and of course our thoughts here are with our friends at Zachary's as well, and we can't wait to get back there and eat for sure. All right, time now for a first look at our forecast. We'll turn things over to Chief Meteorologist Keith Gibson.
Great weather across our region right now. Tons of sunshine, a live view from downtown Tupelo with our Alpha Insurance camera network. We have warm temperatures as expected. As we told you, it's going to be well into the 80s today, still in the low and mid 80s locally and across the entire state of Mississippi and Alabama. A little bit cooler right there along the coast. So if you're heading out this evening, enjoy it. After sunset, upper 70s, and then we're down into the 60s. Lows tonight, upper 50s, lower 60s. So all things considered, a pretty quiet night for us here. And for your day Tuesday, 86 degrees, still sunny, still warm. Full forecast is coming up.
With winds as strong as 185 miles an hour, an EF4 tornado moved into Winston County 5 years ago Sunday. It was devastating in every way.
It really was. Through the loss that came after, the community found each other and the strength to move forward. Our Stephanie Poole joins us live in the studio with more on this story. Stephanie.
Yes, there are still scars in Winston County and the city of Louisville, the kind you can see and the kind you can't, but the healing is there as well.
Out of tragedy comes community. In the city of Louisville and Winston County, use their collective grief to rebuild their homes and their lives. Mayor Will Hill says it's okay to look to the past, but it's better to work towards the future.
We don't want to dwell on the history of that day. We feel like we've memorialized that in the past. We also always want to remember and give respect to those who lost the most, and those lives and memories. But the last 5 years have been incredible. Just the hard work, the dedication, the perseverance. Previous tornado, we were suffering from a recession. 5 years post-tornado, it's been about recovery.
There's a state-of-the-art hospital now, and Winston plywood and veneer plant has been rebuilt, along with a storm shelter. The Ivy Park Sports Complex looks brand new, with a splash pad, playground, 8 fields under construction, and a concession stand.
Hard work and dedication pays off, and that's the same thing with our community, coming together, working hard, having a vision, and that's what we're consistently doing. Like, even with us celebrating some of these things, we still have quite a bit of projects on the pipeline. So it's just staying the course, working hard. If we take this positive momentum and keep going, Louisville has great potential.
Everyone agrees it's the people who make it that way. Executive Director Mike Dow helped with the Winston Strong Recovery Committee.
One of the things that helped us recover was that there were no private agendas. Everyone had the same agenda to get our community rebuilt, to help the people who had lost everything. The main thing you can do in a situation like that is to offer people hope. That's the #1 priority.
From donating clothes and food to volunteering with construction, Winston Strong provided ways for people to get involved in the community rebuilding efforts. And it is serving as a model for other storm-stricken areas.
Mayor Hill says there are still places the city is rebuilding on.
Now, some kids who might have a hard time remembering that devastating storm will benefit from the rebuilding effort. Louisville and Fair Elementary students toured the new storm shelter that will also be used for their physical education classes. First responders were there to greet the children as they received their first look at the building today. Students were also able to ask questions and check out the responders' vehicles. The PE classes will begin next school year.
When we come back, an area college is making some changes to a popular program.
And that could have students very thankful. We'll be right back.
Welcome back, everyone. East Mississippi Community College is rebranding its program that can help students with some tuition costs. The new name will be Tuition Assistance Program rather than Tuition Guarantee. EMCC's foundation will spearhead the fundraising efforts. Right now, a variety of organizations give to ensure students from specific counties are helped, but those sources are not as plentiful as they once were.
Sometimes the federal financial aid just isn't enough, or they may not qualify, and they need that little bit of extra help in order to meet the bill that's required to pay to go to school here.
The 6 counties in EMCC's district budget money to give to the community college, but those funds go to the general fund, not tuition assistance.
The leader of the Lee County Schools is taking another job in November. Superintendent of Education Jimmy Weeks is going to work for the North Mississippi Education Consortium in Oxford. The county school board has named the district's assistant superintendent, Coke McGee, to replace Weeks. Weeks has worked for the district for more than 20 years. He was elected superintendent in 2011 and 2015. He helped persuade voters to approve a $13 million bond issue in 2012 for construction and renovations in the district.
We're putting the April 18th tornado outbreak to bed right now. The final tally looks to be 44. This will tie the Hurricane Rita outbreak of 44 set back in 2005. Fortunately for us right now, looking ahead, no real active weather coming our way, but we do have some rain chances to talk about. More on that coming up next.
Your WCBI First Alert AccuWeather forecast with Chief Meteorologist Keith Gibson.
Live view from Louisville, Mississippi. Look at all that gorgeous blue sky. There's the shelter. We don't need it today. Absolutely gorgeous here. 618. Let's go over to Vernon at Durham's Pharmacy in West Alabama. Another great day, a bit breezy at times. We'll take it to cool things off a little bit. And in downtown Columbus, no issues whatsoever. Hopefully you enjoyed your Monday. Earlier today, just afternoon, I was over here at West Lowndes Elementary School visiting the first grade classes right here. Thank you for having me out. We talk about weather in general, but specifically a lot of severe weather, tornadoes, hail, lightning, tornado safety, even some hurricane talk today. So thanks for having me out there to West Lowndes. We love going out to the schools, and they said only 17 more days left in the school year. Can you believe it? Summer is fast approaching, and look at these numbers. Summer technically, or let's just say unofficially already here with widespread mid-80s earlier today. Notice the clouds and the showers back to the northwest. That's where the better rain chances and severe weather chances will be later tonight. This is through tonight, the severe weather threat across the high plains. This is tomorrow. And this is Wednesday. So notice we are protected with this big area of high pressure, and that will keep us warm. Gradually later this week, we'll see a little bit of a trough approach and a cold front that will give us a chance for some rain and some storms. But right now, it does not look like any widespread severe weather maker or anything like that. For your Tuesday, sunny, 59 or 60, let's say, at 7 o'clock. By noon, 81, 86 at 4, 80 or so at 7 o'clock. So still nice and warm early tomorrow evening. Winds from the south and southwest 5 to 15. So enjoy another day well into the mid-80s across northeast Mississippi. And for you in the West Alabama as well. No major problems. Just like today, maybe a few degrees warmer than what we had. So we mentioned the better rain chances and storm chances to our northwest on Tuesday. Notice how we'll see variably cloudy conditions around here. Maybe a few more clouds as we get into your Wednesday. Can't rule out a shower storm Wednesday afternoon. But as we get into Thursday and Friday and Saturday, as that system approaches, we'll have a better chance for a little bit of moisture around here. Fingers crossed it won't be a washout on Saturday for the Market Street Festival in Columbus. I know a lot of folks looking at that. We'll keep fine-tuning the forecast as we get a little bit closer.
Well, speaking of Market Street Festival, it takes over downtown Columbus, as you just mentioned, this weekend, and that can only mean one thing. Somebody's winning a new car. WCBI's Crank It Up contest is back, and some lucky person will get the key that cranks up a made-over Nissan Xterra. It could be Alice Weeks. She qualified at Miller's OK Tire to get the chance to pick a key. Good luck to Alice and all of our qualifiers, and be sure to come out to Market Street Festival to find out who will crank it up. All right, senior Jake Mangum can cross another thing off his list of accomplishments. More on the conference honor next in sports.
WCBI First Alert Weather School is brought to you by Emerson Animal Hospital in West Point. WCBI Sports with Courtney Robb is brought to you by your local Ford dealers. Go further.
Mississippi State senior Jake Mangum wears many hats, and that's not just referring to his maroon and white baseball caps. No, he's known as the mayor, the king, and now he is the SEC Player of the Week. It's actually the first time in the outfielder's 4 years in Starkville that he has earned the conference honor. Just last week, the Pearl, Mississippi native won his 4th consecutive Governor's Cup. This past weekend, he helped sweep Georgia, one of the best teams not only in the SEC but in the country. And in that series, it was Mangum's second hit of the afternoon that crowned him as the all-time career hits leader in the conference. Mangum and the rest of the Diamond Dog squad will take a break from midweek play, but State gets back to action at Texas A&M starting Friday, and Mangum saying that this accomplishment was just something he was excited to get over with.
Seems like just yesterday I was a freshman, just trying to get in the lineup, and it's crazy how fast how quickly time goes by over these past 4 years. I think that's the biggest thing. A lot's happened over the course of those 4 years. A lot of ups and downs. A lot of things you didn't expect happen. But you just gotta stay in the moment, and I can't tell you how happy I am just to get it over with.
Mangum's contributions against Georgia helped in more ways than just breaking records. It also bumped Mississippi State up a few spots in D1Baseball.com's top 25. State moves up from number 9 to number 6 in the most recent poll. Next up, again, the Bulldogs will take on the Aggies in College Station this upcoming weekend. Meanwhile, Ole Miss moves from number 19 to number 13 this week. The Rebs head to Hattiesburg for a matchup to Southern Miss on Wednesday. Well, after a breakout season ending with Caledonia making an appearance in the playoffs, the Feds said one of their own to continue hooping at the college level. Romeo Sanders will continue getting buckets with EMCC next season. The Lions signee averaged 20 points, 5 rebounds, and 3 steals per game this past season. Sanders is excited and grateful for the opportunity, and head coach Gary Griffin is happy to see Romeo continue playing the game that he loves.
It feels great. It took a long time. I've been thinking about this my whole life, and it's finally here.
Romeo is a is a dedicated kid, and I'm happy to see him be able to move on and play college basketball somewhere. Not only basketball, but he continued his education, and we know that's what it's all about. There's only a small percentage of kids that make it professionally, but we all can send them off to be able to get education. So I'm very proud of him and his parents.
Well, I'm sure you remember this guy, Nate Lowe, the former first baseman on Mississippi State's roster. Well, back in 2016, Lowe was drafted in the 13th round by the Tampa Bay Rays, and now he's been spending his time in recent years with the Rays' AAA affiliate, the Durham Bulls, and as of today, he's now in the big leagues. Tampa Bay has called Lowe up before the team series against the Kansas City Royals, while in Durham, Lowe batted .300, racked up 3 homers, 8 doubles, 14 RBIs, and 16 runs scored. The series between the Rays and the Royals will begin tonight at 7:15. That's it for sports. The last look at your weather is coming up after the break. Stay with us.
Pretty nice tomorrow, 86 degrees, that summer-like feel, much like today, 84 on Wednesday. Slightly better chance for a few showers and storms around here starting Thursday through your Saturday. Again, the Market Street Festival is coming up this weekend in Columbus. We're hoping for the best. We'll fine-tune that, but right now, it is what it is, as they say. And
I'm going to hang my hat on the upper half of that graphic on Saturday.
Yeah, I mean,
sunshine.
I will say this, it doesn't look like an all-day washout, but there could be some rain around, so just stay tuned.
Yeah.
All right. We'll definitely be keeping a close eye on it.
We all will.
All right. Thanks so much for joining us, everybody. Have a good night.